What's up, everybody? My name is Angela. Trey from Corpus Christi just texted me. He was telling me about how he got stung by a fire ant. He was wondering how those little guys make such a powerful venom. Well, I told him it's all in their DNA, I guess. All he texted back was a bunch of question marks, and I told him it's because DNA is the information for making the traits of all living things. Flower color traits, wing-shaped traits, even traits that determine how painful an ant's bite is. Y'all want to know how? Do y'all remember that DNA ladder is made of nucleotides? Yeah, you do. Remember that all we really care about are those nitrogen bases. Those A's and T's and C's and G's actually make up the code that all living things follow. It's like DNA is the universal recipe for making all organisms. But how does DNA work? Well, I'm going to have to hook you up with the quickest explanation of DNA ever. I'm talking the mystery of life in 2 minutes. Are you ready? Here's the big picture. Maybe you remember that our bodies are made of mostly protein. Hair protein, eyeball protein, and even the protein in fire ant venom that Trey was crying about. See, there's Trey. Well, DNA is the instruction for making that protein. That makes sense. The only hiccup is that there's a middleman called RNA. Just remember the big picture. DNA to RNA, RNA to proteins. That's it. DNA codes for individual proteins, and if you put enough proteins together, you'll have a person, or a tree, or a fire ant. Let's talk a little bit about each step, okay? That first arrow, that step is called transcription. See, the thing is, DNA can't leave the nucleus. It's sort of like you don't want the building's blueprint to go out of the construction site. So what do? You make a copy. That's all transcription is, making a copy of DNA into RNA. There's a couple of differences between DNA and RNA. Let's rock out a T-chart. What do you say? First, we already know that DNA doesn't leave the nucleus, but RNA starts out in the nucleus and then leaves. Trey was saying it's sort of like the guy at the restaurant doesn't leave the table, but the order starts off at the table and then leaves with the waitress. The guy has the instructions, but he stays put. Also, the sugar is a little different. DNA has deoxyribose. RNA has just good old-fashioned regular ribose. Remember the DNA nucleotide? Well, take an oxygen out of the sugar, and that's the only difference. Whatever. One last difference. Remember how DNA's bases are A, T, C, and G? Well, RNA is A, U, C, and G. Why is there a U instead of a T? I have no stinking clue. Sweet. Now we got the middleman, RNA. Let's get out of the nucleus and make a protein. This step is called translation. Each 3-letter chunk of RNA is called a codon. Let's look at that. Remember that proteins are made of amino acids. Well, each codon is going to bring one specific amino acid to the party. And if we have enough codons, we'll chain together a bunch of amino acids, and pretty soon we'll have a protein. If we have enough proteins, we'll make a person, or a mosquito, or that grass that makes those really sharp stickers, and then those stickers get in your shoes, and you go on to put your shoes and get stuck, and it's like really hurting, and it's first thing in the morning. Oh, I hate that. Anyway, the DNA is a universal genetic code. Moving on, where was I? Okay, oh yeah. So using 3 RNA letters at a time, you can code for a specific amino acid. Let's use the codon wheel to crack the code. Start in the center and move out. Let's start with this one, AUG. A, then we come down here to U, and then we go to G. And what do we get? Methionine. All right, great. Let's try another one. Let's go to GAG. G, A, can you find the G? Awesome. And what do we get? Glutamic acid. Great. Okay, now Mama Bird is going to leave the nest and let you guys do this on your own. Try C, C, C. Did you find it? All right. C, C, C. What do we get? Proline. All right, got it? CCC brings, wait for it, proline to the party. When you start off down at C, then you go down to the other C, and finally to the last C, that codes for proline. Maybe you noticed that CC anything brings proline. Take a look at the wheel. That happens a lot. All right, there's the mystery of life in 5 minutes. But do you remember the big picture? DNA nucleotides get transcribed into RNA nucleotides. The RNA is used 3 letters, 1 codon at a time, to code for a specific amino acid. The amino acids get strung together to make a protein, and proteins get assembled to make a baby, or a fire ant, or one of those stupid sticker plants. Wow, that was intense. Maybe next time y'all will want me to explain the whole universe in like 2 minutes. But it's no big deal if you just remember the big picture. Till next time, it's your girl Angela saying don't get lost in translation.